Dear Andrew, here's your friend Cliffhanger. He wanted to put himself in danger so he can take on new experiences in the world around him. These stories will tell you how he did. I hope you'll like him, because he helped me to make him, your loving childhood friend.
Flying off the shelf once again, it's the continuing daring and dangling adventures of Cliffhanger! Today's adventure, episode 1500, Cliffhanger meets Thomas the Tank Engine.
Cliffhanger, hanging from a cliff, and that's why he's called Cliffhanger.
Excuse me! Excuse me!
We find Cliffhanger where we left them last, hanging from a cliff.
Can't hold on much longer.
As we commence today's episode, Cliff is just hanging around, being busy doing nothing, when all of a sudden, Cliff hears a strange sound. As Cliff takes a closer look, we see that oncoming train is a small blue engine with a short stumpy boiler, a short stumpy dome, a short stumpy funnel, and a familiar whistle. As you can tell, the travelling engine is none other than Thomas the Tank Engine, happily rolling about on the countryside.
What a lovely day to be happily rolling around in the countryside. It's awfully peaceful around here.
Now, Thomas, I know you want to see the world and all, but don't forget about your jobs today.
Yes, Thomas. You don't want Sir Topham Hatt to think you're not really useful, engine, do you?
Oh, don't worry, you two. I have plenty of time to do my jobs. And why would he think I'm not being very useful? After all, I am Sir Topham Hatt's #1 engine on the island of Sodor.
Immediately, Cliff reaches into his backpack and pulls out his trusty survival manual. Using his dynamic decoding skills, Cliff begins to read.
When you see Thomas the Tank Engine rolling along on his branch line, call out his name and ask him for help. He is a very helpful engine. If he is a very helpful engine, then I'm sure he'll be able to rescue me. Thomas! Help! Thomas! Thomas! Thomas!
Fizzling fireboxes! That man is in trouble! I must stop and help him!
What's going on, Thomas?
Why are we stopping?
There's a man hanging from the edge of that cliff. Looks to me like he's in serious danger. We must help him.
We must. But how? It's not like we can fly him out of there like Harold the helicopter.
True.
Yeah, and we can't lift him off the cliff like Cranky the crane.
That too.
All of a sudden, an idea flew into Thomas's funnel.
Trembling tracks! I got an idea.
What, Thomas?
Remember the time that the old storage shed caught on fire?
Yes.
Well, I also remember, at that time, the fire hydrant was used up, and the firemen were already busy somewhere else. So they attached a hose to my boiler, and successfully put out the fire.
What on earth does a fire hose have to do with rescuing a man from a cliff?
Do we still have the hose?
Of course we do, Thomas. We keep a spare hose in case an emergency like this happens the second time.
Great! Now if only the hose is long enough to reach him.
I don't think the hose is long enough to reach the edge of the cliff.
Oh, bother. Well then, I think this may be a little risky. But if we can back up to him as close as possible while still staying on the ground, then we can extend the hose to him. He'll grab hold of it and we'll pull him up to safety.
That might work. Splendid idea, Thomas.
Yes! Splendid idea indeed!
He is taking a bit of a while to rescue me. I just hope the waiting will be worth it.
Mister, have no fear. We are going to pull you up to safety.
This is extraordinarily wonderful. I can't thank you enough, Thomas. My name is Cliff, and let me be the first to say that I love you and your show. I have grown up with you for a very long time, when I was just very little. I used to get up every morning and watch you all through the day. You were always my favorite.
Why, Cliff, I feel so honoured to know you spent your childhood with me. And I feel more than happy to help you out of trouble.
I would greatly appreciate it.
All righty then. Okay, Cliff. Grab a hold of the hose and I'll pull you up to freedom.
I'm starting to wonder if this is too good to be true.
Is this it? Will this finally be the conclusion to the paradoxical parable? Will Cliff finally get his destiny and open up a new chapter of his life?
Oh, Thomas, I can't thank you enough for your kindness and your heroism. What can I do to return the favor?
Oh, it's my pleasure, Cliff. But you don't need to repay me. Always happy to help. Say, since we rescued you, why don't I give you a ride?
That would be splendid.
But just then, a car approaches with a short yet rather stout man coming out.
Uh-oh.
What's wrong?
Here comes Sir Topham Hatt.
Sir Topham Hatt was cross, as usual.
Thomas the Tank Engine! You were supposed to do your jobs today like I instructed you, but instead you chose to dilly-dally and do your own business. You are causing considerable confusion and delay. That's not what it means to be really useful, Thomas. You should know better.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry, sir.
Next time you choose to wander off, please do that after you finish your jobs. I want really useful engines, not really naughty engines.
Wait, mister?
Mister?
You're supposed to call him Sir.
Oh, right. Sir?
Yes?
I understand if Thomas wasn't doing what you asked him to do, but you must spare him. Shortly before your arrival, he rescued me from danger. I was hanging from a branch on the edge of this cliff for over 18 years, and Thomas was willing to pull me up to safety. Not only is he a really useful engine, he's a really kind engine too.
Is this true, Thomas?
Yes, sir. Yes, it is.
Well, Thomas, I am very proud of you for what you've done. Sure, you may be a little cheeky from time to time, but you've always proven yourself to be really useful. That's why you're my #1 engine. I can see that this man has been granted a life of freedom, and you were there to grant him that life. That's why I will forgive you for delaying your work, Thomas.
Oh, thank you, sir.
You're very welcome. Just don't let this happen again.
It won't, sir.
Well then, come along. There are jobs aplenty we have yet to do. After all, we still have a railway to run.
Right, sir. Well, Cliff, looks like this is goodbye.
No, it isn't. I can still see you on TV and such.
Oh, yeah. Well then. So long, Cliff.
So long, Thomas. Thanks for all your help.
Anytime. See you on the rails.
Wait, Thomas! You forgot your... Dang it. They're already gone. Oh well. All this dangling around has made me thirsty. Might as well have a little drink. Hey! Oh, botheration.
And that's why he's called Cliffhanger.
Can't hold on much longer.